Good morning, I'm Stanley Bing. Jan and Ted have been called into a meeting by their boss, Frank. He would like to discuss a report, which neither one of them understands.
I want to talk about this disappointing third quarter earnings report. What's your analysis of the spreadsheets I sent over?
I'm more of an ideas guy.
Ideas guy. Well, Ted, sounds like you need to focus harder and study up. If you can't keep up, maybe next time I'll invite Steve to join us instead of you.
Frank, I've seen the numbers and I'm as disappointed as you are. One number in particular caught my attention and I was wondering if you could explain to me how we wound up here.
Excellent question, Jan. You see, Ted, this is the type of special attention and laser focus I expect from you. Allow me to explain.
Good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you are. Steve, Jessica, and Jan are about to present a project to senior management. They have worked very hard to get to this moment. Let's see what happens.
Just a few more minutes, and then this project that Frank gave us will be finally out of our lives.
I hardly slept last night. I'm so nervous about this presentation. We worked so hard. I hope they all like it. Frank did give his okay.
Well, I hope they know how much we killed ourselves over this. I made sure that Frank knew how many hours that we put in. Oh, here they come.
There's more examples of how good the Lefkowitz deal is here.
And that concludes our presentation. Thank you, everybody, for coming.
Thanks, guys. So you can see we've got the Lefkowitz deal sewn up pretty tightly. I think now all we need to do is to turn it over to legal, and we're on our way.
Frank, I'm impressed. Thank you for doing such a good job, as always.
I can't believe this. We slaved over this, and Frank comes in and takes all the credit.
Well, he's our boss. He knows how hard we've worked.
And all Frank did was initial the final draft. We should write a note to the boss and include Frank on it, of course, letting him know that we're glad he liked the presentation, but that we spent nights and weekends to make sure this deal got done right.
And let's include a bit about how everyone else helped us out, too.
Okay, whatever.
Just don't sign my name.
Sandy, get Jessica and Steve in here right now.
Who the hell are Jessica and Steve? Whatever, delete. What's for lunch?
In this next exercise, we'll explore the ways in which a manager can and must show empathy and occasionally even humanity. You'll be asked to watch a short scene and then decide how a good manager should react.
Hey, Frank, I am sorry to disturb you, but I was just reading this great piece about skiing in Romania, and I thought that you would love it. You know, we were just up in Vermont this weekend, and great powder.
Frank is obviously busy, but Jessica is a valued employee. How should Frank handle this seemingly unimportant interruption? Briefly engage her on the topic of skiing and take the magazine from her with thanks? Tell her that he's busy, and she ought to be too. Tell her that he's busy and to leave the magazine with his assistant.
Jessica, I'm really quite busy. Just leave the magazine with my secretary and I'll take a look at it later.
Frank is holding a staff meeting. A subordinate has noticed that his phone has begun to buzz. Watch what happens.
Business regulation is no exception. Implementing regulatory changes often requires agreement among multiple agencies in a government. Consider a one-stop shop for business regulation. Reforming in any area of government policy is a challenge. Business regulation is no exception.
Phil, you better stop.
Oh, it's fine. Frank is usually tapping away on his phone. Half the people in here are on their phones.
Yes, but he's our boss.
Business regulations is almost an Phil, are we boring you?
Oh, no, sir. It's just everybody's on their phone right now.
I'm dealing with the Blitz people who are in total meltdown. We're in massive crisis mode.
And our stock prices just went up 1 point in the past hour, everyone.
My kid just got arrested. Big mess. Told Frank.
I'm a senior executive.
My wife could go into labor at any moment.
And I actually don't even care about any of you since I plan on handing in my notice at the end of the day.
I'm Stanley Bing. Had your coffee yet? Okay, let's get going. The following is a relaxation exercise. Imagine that you are in a windowless boardroom.
For the first time, this year's report measures business regulations in Libya.
The man speaking is your boss. You must sit through this presentation for the next 75 minutes without exhibiting any of the common stages of boredom, like falling asleep, acting impatient, falling into despair, flying into a murderous rage, or actually dying. One must master the practice of Zen in a meeting by applying the same principles as those found in Zen meditation. First, assume a comfortable position and simply sit. Sitting is at the heart of a meeting, as it is in Zen. Next, empty your mind, breathe evenly and deeply, and listen to the thoughts that pass around you and through you. Do not try to think or hold on to a specific thought. Just let the river flow.
And monitor potential improvements.
Good meeting, Mr. Forbisher. Thanks, everyone. See you next time.
Frank is taking his team out to drinks to celebrate a recent win. Let's look in.
Well, team, thanks again for all your hard work on the Fritz deal. Enjoy yourselves. Drinks are on me.
Well, this is a happy bunch. What can I get for you all?
I'll have a beer and a shot of whiskey.
Vodka tonic.
White wine.
Martini.
Herbal tea. I'm getting over cold.
And I'll have a scotch and soda. You can keep it open.
Cheers!
Let's fast forward a couple of hours and see how everyone is faring. Do your best to spot as many mistakes as you can in the next scene.
Well, folks, I think I've had enough. Enjoy the evening, but don't forget about the 9 a.m. conference call with Dallas. You can give me my credit card tomorrow.
Oh, thanks, Frank. This was so much fun.
See you tomorrow.
Anybody see Frank's shirt today?
Classic Frank. Hey, Frank, the 90s called. They want their shirt back.
I'm Stanley Bing, and I approve this curriculum.